At my sister-in-law's wedding, they labeled me housekeeper on a name tag without providing a seat or meal. My wife chuckled, her mother smirked. Upon removing my ring and leaving, the atmosphere shifted. The moniker housekeeper was printed on my badge. I contemplated whether it might have been an error or jest, but my mother-in-law's smirk confirmed otherwise. She seemed to be awaiting a reaction from me. Instead, I affixed the tag to my chest like a good sport, though I pondered if I should have done so. Upon finding my seat, more accurately, an area near the kitchen doors with a foldable chair, I was served no crystal glasses or silverware, only an absence of these luxuries. Even the chairs for others were elegantly draped. I looked around, noticing my wife engaged in laughter with her cousins on the opposite side of the hall. She signaled me before turning back to her companions, seemingly sharing a joke that I couldn't hear, but I saw their faces, filled with amusement and derision. Without needing to listen, she said it aloud as if casually mentioning the weather. "My mother-in-law, you're merely a servant here." I anticipated my wife would rectify her statement, but she didn't. Instead, she joined in with laughter, commenting on the food being for genuine family. For some time, I fixed my gaze upon the floor, as if unable to blink. Subsequently, I rose from my seat, removed my ring, and left it untouched on the table before exiting. Minutes later, her voice echoed my name, panic-stricken and distinct from earlier laughter. However, I persisted in my departure, unwilling for her to catch up. It's humorous, yet I can't explain why I ever thought she would behave otherwise or that I deserved more than that. Over a decade spent with them, I juggled 2 jobs when her father fell ill, saved, made sacrifices, and cut corners so her sister could enjoy an extravagant education and a fairy-tale wedding. My efforts included purchasing groceries when their family's pantry was bare. I covered expenses I wasn't required to, such as funeral costs when her father passed, using my last savings for the casket. I never declined when she opted for a job change, taking on longer shifts to support her financially while she navigated her new career. I even skipped meals so we could afford rent without dipping into our emergency fund. When her sister required a new laptop for college, I gave her mine. I claimed I didn't need it and wrote everything by hand for a year afterward. However, in a marriage, you don't keep track of bills or love with receipts, or so I believed. But over the years, things shifted. Initially, it was forgetting my birthday and calling me dull when I was tired. She said I dressed unstylishly, like a school janitor. I dismissed these remarks. However, she eventually stopped presenting me properly at social events, merely gesturing to me as if to say, "There he is." Not my husband, not even using my name, just a casual wave, "That's him." These small actions corroded me slowly, like rust on metal. Initially, it appeared trivial, almost inconsequential, yet it escalated. She started going on individual outings with friends. Family gatherings without me, supposedly unenjoyable for me. Then I observed her altering her relationship status online to complicate it. She claimed it was a jest among companions. I accepted the explanation. And then came the wedding. A grand, polished, flawless affair. A symbol of their family's achievement. My name nowhere in sight. No seat. No meal. Not even an introduction. Merely a label. Not a mistake. Upon leaving, no one followed me beyond the threshold. For weeks after, she contacted me, called, texted, insisting it was a prank gone awry, that her mother compelled her actions, expressing remorse. I remained silent, quietly departed, closed bank accounts, transferred essential funds, took the car she believed to be hers. Documents reveal otherwise. Sold it. Purchased a humble flat close to my workplace. Nothing extravagant, simply clean and quiet. Yet, I wasn't completely absent. Over time, I aided that family extensively. My name was on their property deeds. Assisted in registering their business under favorable tax policies. Offered loans with my name as collateral due to their poor credit history. Gradually, I disengaged. Collected outstanding debts. Rectified the registrations. Removed my name from every document. No shouting, no announcement. Just distanced myself. Then, the flaws emerged. The tax notices arrived. The loan money was reclaimed by the bank. Properties were taken for technicalities they had overlooked, details I had previously managed discreetly. Their ancestral home was ensnared in disputes due to my absence from the documents. Friends informed me that their wedding loans defaulted, the caterer sued, and the photographer withheld the album. I didn't need to witness it unfold. People told me about it anyway. One day, she appeared at my doorstep. She looked thinner, pale, and had dark circles under her eyes. She inquired if we could converse, admitted to blunders, expressed her longing for me, asserted that family can be harsh, but love grants pardon, listened intently, remained silent. Afterwards, I shut the door gently. She lingered for a moment, possibly expecting me to reopen it. I did not. For silence, at times, is the only tongue they comprehend. No longer her servant, I had moved on.